Hi, everybody. This is Melinda Cooper. I am living the dream business, and I'm here with my cohort, Marion LaSalle, owner of Natural Curiosity. And this month we were discussing, if you recall correctly, promotion. Do you remember that, Marion?
I do. I love promotion. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't like to promote myself." I love it. I think it's wonderful. I guess it's because I like to share, not sell, that
And
I
that's
love promotion.
that's absolutely the biggest thing I believe in as well. I try very hard not to promote me, but I'm like, oh my God, let me tell you some information I got. Let me help you with what I can. And we've already discussed the fact that Melinda has a real habit that the minute somebody starts talking about something with their business, I start immediately going into, strategy. Let me see how we can make that happen. Look at the different ways. I look at a bigger picture. And to me, that's what promotion is. What do you think, Marion?
Yes, I do believe that. I think over the years, helping people with their business, it it's like a it's like a natural reaction now. So when I first started in this industry, we were helping people with their networks, making sure that, this is before laptops and everything.
Oh, wow.
Tells you how
Wow.
long ago that was. But
We
we were
won't
helping them.
discuss that far back.
Exactly. That was so far back. Do you even remember that?
Well, I tell you what.
Dial up and everything. But yeah, we were helping businesses just stay up and running on the internet. So and being connected to everybody that was working with them and for them. So I guess it's just something that I not only love, but that I've been doing for so long that I go straight into that. Let me help you figure it out. And if I can't help you, let me send you over to Melinda, who I know can help you with her strategy.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's funny that you say that because here's the thing. I definitely promote other people, which is what we've discussed, right? And when I say who I am, it's more the fact of we want you to trust us because people only purchase and connect with people they like, people they trust, and people they believe in, that they're comfortable. They're like, oh, I got a good feeling with that person. Let me see it. I've looked at stuff and I'm like, oh, that no, I don't even like the feel, right? Most people don't realize that it's an emotional situation that we go through way before we buy, right? So, Marion, it's right. The fact that we send people to people we're comfortable with, people we have a relationship with, people that we've gotten to know and we trust.
Well, I have to give you an example of something that I learned a long time ago when I was in a group called BNI, Business Networking International.
Right.
So, I was a leader in those groups. Hello.
As always, as always.
And what I noticed was when they started passing out referrals.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Every once in a while, we have technology that interrupts us.
Didn't do what we were supposed to be doing. Stop.
Stop that now. So
Stop. Stop.
anyway, I was a leader in a BNI group and many groups actually. But I do remember thinking to myself how easy it is for people to get referrals if they were like a florist or some where you didn't need the trust. Now, if you don't deliver the flowers on Tuesday, well, okay, I could call another florist and have them there Tuesday night.
Right.
So, or call you and say, get your butt over there with my flowers. But if you're
Right.
trusting me with your business or you're trusting me with your funeral arrangements, that's a different story. Okay, getting referrals, getting people to trust you depends on your industry, and you might have to work a little harder at getting people to trust you and know that your heart's in it, that you're
Well,
going to deliver on time.
well, and Marion, for me, it could go as far as when I read what you have to say, I want to believe it. I want to believe that what you say, right? If you tell me, and I'm going to say this right out front, if somebody tells me, and I had somebody do this just the other day, that's why I'm going to give you the example. I have a digital magazine, Living the Dream Business Magazine. So when I go out there and I put it up and we create it and get it ready to rock and roll, I always love it when somebody new comes up and says, "Oh, Melinda, I can get you a new mag." I said, no, thanks.
A new what?
A new mag, a new magazine. I can create you a brand new magazine." And I'm like, right?
Why?
Yeah. Well, my first thought is, okay, my question is, what are you pitching me by telling me you're going to give me what I already have? Right.
Yeah, that
So,
doesn't make any sense.
exactly. So I said, well, so that I have to dig, right? Now, here comes the digging part. I'm like, really, what is it that you're discussing? Because I already have a magazine. So what he said was this. This is what the gentleman said. "Oh, no, I can make it for you. I can create it and I can market it, and you will be surprised at what you can do with it. Blah, 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 blah." So I said, "Okay, let me see your digital magazine. That's what you're promoting, right?" So I said, let me see your digital magazine." He says, "Oh, I don't have a digital magazine." Um, okay, thank you. So if you can tell me that you're going to make mine great, I want to know what you're doing to yours, right? How are you getting there, right?
You
So
know,
that's
I sorry, I have to disagree with that.
okay.
You know, the cobbler's shoes, the cobbler's children, they don't really have shoes,
I'm
but
very
their
bad at that.
neighbors have it, and they're,
You
you
know,
know, so yes, there are exceptions to that.
there
And
are exceptions, but if that
yes,
Marion, 90% of the time they're going to promote, they can make mine better. I want to at least see what theirs is doing. And if they say, "I don't have one of my own," which I don't, when I was doing photography work, I still have pictures from people for 5, 6 years ago. They look great. I look at those people now and I'm like, oh, I should send them those pictures that I have of them. Oh, I should give them this or that, right? I have some people on stage. I have some people, you name it. I have Marion, right? And I have those pictures and I could send them to them. I hadn't even thought about it, right? And I didn't have a photo of myself because
exactly.
I
Yeah.
was always behind the
Yeah.
camera.
But you could ask for just one of his clients and see
That's
what
right.
it, yes,
I could do something like that. We need to build that trust because people want to
trust.
see it.
There you go.
It's a trust and we want to know it. And to
That's
me,
true.
that's what promoting is all about at the very beginning. You're going to not so much tell them, look at me, let me beat my chest, but it's more like, "Look, I can help you." And then we learn each other. Then we have the promoting type that says, "Promote my brand, living the dream business." It's business, folks, right? I love what I do. I do what I love. I actually went out, took action, and made it all about strategy and visibility, right? So I'm not going to tell you, "Look at me, look at what I've got, look at how I've done it, what, that, that, that." No, I'm going to tell you all about the fact that, you know what? This is how strategic planning of your own visibility, of your own marketing, of getting out in front of the right group. Let's talk about your audience. Let's talk about who your niche is, where they're going. Let's talk about those things, Marion, because that's what the benefits are. What do you think, Marion?
Yes, I love talking about benefits because that's how people learn. Stories, talking about the benefits for them. That's how people understand what it is you're going to do for them. Hmm.
So when you're promoting, and I'm going to say, "Marion, oh my gosh, I've got this great idea, but here it is. This is what I've noticed that you or we both need, either one, right? And this is what I found this new system. I really want you to check it out because these are the benefits that I think will work for us. This is the problem, right? Here is or I don't want to call it a problem. I call it an issue. This is the issue
Or challenge or
or challenge or whatever you want to call it, right? So when you have that, then all of a sudden it's like, okay, here's the issue. Here is the solution to that issue. And if it's not a full out solution, it's a start, and then we'll go from there, see where we have to go next, right? Because sometimes one issue leads to a different kind of issue, right? And I've been having that situation. I'm trying a new system, and I discovered, oh, I have to change this to make that part work, and I have to change this to make that part work. So you find the different little issues that may come up, but if you can address them and tell them this is the benefits, here's the issue, here's the solution, and this is how we can make it work together. Marion, let's be a team, right? When we work together, would you rather me say, "Here you go, dump it, see ya, I'm out," or would you rather me say, "Hey, Marion, this is a issue, this is a solution. You want to work together on this?"
Mm, I'd love that. That sounds really good. That makes me feel comfortable. I don't have to do it alone. I got somebody that can help me, and they already understand what my issue is, and they have a solution for me. Yes.
And one of the things is that most people don't realize that unless they know their audience, they don't know how to speak to them. Imagine that, Marion. If you didn't know your audience, who are you speaking to?
Well, also, if you don't know your audience, it makes you nervous. Do they like what I'm saying? Do they understand what I'm saying? Do they have any reason to listen to what I'm saying? It makes you nervous. So I understand why people say you should have an avatar that you're talking to, even though you're talking to a lot of people. If you're really specifically talking to a certain type of person, you can give them a name, you can give them a color, an age, you can, really target that, then people understand what you're saying. Now, you're not going
Speaking
to
their
please
language.
everybody, right?
Oh, no. No, 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 no. We're not
Oh
going there,
no,
Marion.
everybody's my customer. Everybody. Everybody who drinks coffee is my customer.
Of course. Of course. That's the person, right? You know, the
Even the
whole,
homeless guy on the end of the street drinks coffee, folks.
that's
Is
right.
he your customer?
That's
That's what
right.
Melinda says.
That's my question. Is that the one you really want? Because I don't know about you, but you're in a business for a reason. And some people who God love them, say, "Oh, I don't need money, just throw it away." God bless you, right? But those of the rest of us who are normal, average people, we need money. We need to pay our bills. We have to pay our situation. So I like to make a little bit of money for what I'm doing. And there are some people that I do say, "Hey, let me help you through this process," right? But reality is that we're in a business for a reason. Oh, you're in it for a reason, Marion.
Yeah, I actually have a client who does not want to make money with their business. They
Okay,
just have a message they need to share. So they've
right?
written books, and they go out and speak, and of course they want to sell books, because if they sell books, people get the message that they're trying to share. And so even they need to promote, okay? You still need money coming in so that you can do some promotions.
Well, a long time ago, in one of my prior worlds, I call it, I used to work, a lot of healing work, that kind of thing. And people used to tell me, "You can't charge. It's wrong to charge. It's wrong to do this. It's wrong to do that." And here's my thing, and I'm going to say this loud and clear. I'm a firm believer that as long as we want to spread the word, as long as we want to get a message, a good, solid message out, you have to promote, because nobody is going to hear me in my living room, especially out here in Green Acres. Nobody is going to come knocking at my door and say, "I heard you talking to your computer, or I heard you talking in your shower. That's a good message." No, right? The idea of your client using books, that's a great idea. But you know what? They needed sponsors, or they need somebody to help print the book. They need somebody to help distribute it. They need somebody to help work with the various stages that it goes through getting a book, an editor, blah, 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 graphics, all the different things that come with it. So you do have to promote in some way, some form, so that it echoes or ripples outward. Okay.
That's true.
Okay. So otherwise, what are we doing it for? So we do have to promote. The difference is do we speak to the right audience that will happen? You have to promote and speak their language, and you have to address their problem. I always use the idea of the Band-Aid. If I cut my finger off, if I cut my finger off or make it slash it pretty bad, I don't want somebody to say, "Let me get on Google, let me get on Amazon and order you some Band-Aids." I want the person who says, "I got a Band-Aid, let me get it." Oh,
Or, here, I'm a doctor. Let me stitch that up for you.
yeah.
if you
Either
cut your
way,
finger off.
no, exactly. They give me a solution though, right? They saw my issue. I'm bleeding all over the floor. Where they said, let me help you with that. They give me something immediately. And all of a sudden, I have a breath that I can take to solve, to let me see the real solutions to my issues.
One of the first things that I recommend that people do when they're thinking about starting to promote themselves is to research the keywords. The keywords are not just a word, but it could be a sentence, and it's all about the target market, like we're talking about today. So if you really
Oh,
focus in on the person or the type of people that you really want to talk to,
okay.
then you can go out and find those keywords, those string of words that mean something to them, and have it in a Word document, because you're going to need that a lot when you do your promotions. You don't want to have to try to think about them every single time. Like if you're doing YouTube or you're doing Facebook Lives, or if you're creating a video or you're doing a blog post, it doesn't matter what the promotion is. You have to have some words that mean something to Google. And Google, by Google, I mean you,
Right.
the people that are listening and watching, right?
People that
Keywords
are,
are important.
well, and the people that are looking, right? The people that are searching.
That's
Because,
right.
Google only gives us 8 seconds to bounce. If it's not hit by 8 seconds, you cannot get the analyticals on it. I keep telling people that. And, Google, Facebook, and LinkedIn are just about to change. They're going to start changing all other algorithms again. So, yay for those of us who have to find out what the new algorithms are going to be and how we're going to get out in front of the right people again. So, they switch them up so that nobody has advantage or whatever, but you get the idea. But I'm going to give you a golden nugget. Are you ready for a golden nugget?
I love your golden nuggets.
I create a Word document and I set up all the keywords to work with whatever issue, or if I'm working on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, you name it, any of my socials, right? So I fix my hashtags and I get my keywords and I get them ready before I start posting. And I put them in categories. I have a spreadsheet and I say, oh, this niche, this is what I'm talking about. This niche, this is what I'm talking about. This discussion, that's what I'm talking about. And I have them on a spreadsheet so that when it comes time, I already have my words ready to rock and roll. So now all I'm doing is a cut and paste. I don't have to go out and search. I've already done my homework. I did it before I ever started because I knew what I was going to be discussing. So if you take that for just a second, look at it, and you say, Marion is going to put up has a Word document, and she goes, oh, this is the niche I'm covering. Marion has a lot of clients. She does show productions, as this one here, Living the Dream Business Live, right? And so she does a lot of those. So when she's uploading and when she's taking care of our business for us, thank you very much, Marion, right? She should already have our keywords for us. We should have already given it to her, or she already has them because she's been working with us for so long. So that when she uploads them and she puts up the description and the mega tags and everything up, meta tags, she has the right keywords so that when she sends it out, our target audience is already keyed in, for lack of a better word.
So
So that's
there you hit on something really important. It's up to you, the business owner or the person who has the message to share, to give Melinda or whoever you're working with that information, because otherwise, that takes a lot of time to try to figure all that out. You should have that all ready for the person that is working with you on anything internet related.
that's right. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Because you know what? Who I think are Marion's clients may not be the clients, and Lord, it's happened that way, may not be the clients that Marion is going, no, Melinda, I don't want to work with them. And I'm like, Marion, that's your best group. She's like, no, Melinda, I don't want to work with them. So I take a deep breath. I said, okay, Marion, send me the words. Because, excuse me, it's Marion's, not mine. I don't own it. I'm helping her with it. Right. And that's a lot of the conversation that we have to have. So when you're thinking about that stuff, be sure to not only get with your client, but also do a little homework, not a whole lot, but they should already have it for you. and be ready. And you should already have those words solid somewhere for yourself that you can do like I do, just a cut and paste situation, boom, put it
And if
all
you
together.
how to do that, people like Melinda, they can easily help you try to figure out what those words are, because I know that you like to work with people who are thinking about building a business, and so
Yes.
that might be part of your strategy for them. So don't be scared off if you don't know who your target market is or you don't know what your keywords are. It's okay. But when you go to place an ad or you go to write a blog post, or you should already have all that situated so that you can pull it up easy. Now, I have switched over from the Microsoft Words into Google because I work with teams of people. So I work with people, and everybody can have access to it. So I work with Google, and they call it something a little different than Word, but it's basically the same thing. Docs and spreadsheets are called something different, called Sheets. But I think it's important that you set up a good foundation.
Right.
And um, Belinda has really taught me that a good foundation is more important than just about anything when it comes to promoting your business. She is a promoting genius.
Thank
And so,
you.
oh, well, of course. And so I don't want anybody to think that, oh, before you work with Melinda, you have to have all this already. She can help you figure out step by step what you need to do. Okay. But I'm just trying to help people to understand that that's before you start writing a blog post, before you start building your website, you should know all this ahead of time. A lot of people do it backwards, don't they?
Oh Lord, let me tell you, I love it. The ones that, and I do. Let me back up for a second. Absolutely, I love working with entrepreneurs. I love working with new ones who are thinking about it, and I love working with the ones who say, "I've already been doing it," and I'm like, "So how far have you gotten?" Just saying, if you've been doing it for so long and you haven't, gotten it down, let's read. A lot of times, what happens is, which is where this is at, is that people are absolutely convinced that they have people that are, um, for lack of a better word, everyone is their coach. So I can talk to everybody. That's not true. Let's focus down. Let's talk to the people that you really want to talk to. Let's discuss the fact that these are the people that already want you because you already have their answer. If I'm looking for a pair of shoes, I don't want to have somebody who has to go in and order my size. I want the one that I can walk in, get it, and then walk out. Right. And if I'm going to order it, I'm going to order it myself. Yeah. I don't have to, Amazon will get it here real quick. Right. So you get the idea. And that's really what all that's about. But when we look at the promoting, we have to be organized and we have to really think, what is the issue? What is the solution? And how are we going to give them that? How
Good
are we going
morning,
to work through the
Stephanie.
problem? Good morning, Stephanie. Great to see you.
Yeah,
I'm
if you
glad
have
that
any
you're here.
questions, please type them into the chat room and we'd be happy to answer for you.
That would be fabulous. I'd love seeing you, Stephanie. You're tremendous. So that's the thing. The final thing is, we've discussed the fact that we're promoting what? We're promoting collaboration, affiliates. Everybody's talking about do affiliate marketing. That's still promoting, folks. That's promoting big time because I'm going to tell you right now, I do, Marion does. We both do affiliate marketing, and I'll let you know that it does take time, and you do have to think about what you're promoting. Right? You still then have to come up with their keywords and you have to come out with the right stuff. But the whole thing is that you have to start somewhere. And when you start, the issues are, what are the issues? What's the solution? And how are you going to provide that? How are you going to work with them? Because affiliate marketing, collaboration, I love collaboration. Marion and I right now are in a collaboration. We're working with each other. She helps me get this going. She helps me move it. We're going places. We have different ideas, different goals, and then we have some that we match right up beside each other. And when you do that, now you have a team that works with you. You work together. They don't have to be matching me exactly, right? Marion does not have to be doing a digital magazine, but guess what she does do? She says she does the show productions. That's the part I need, right? That's the part I need. And what Marion, I don't know what you get from me, Marion, but you get that, we talk about all the various things, but the reality is that a collaboration is what something I consider that it's an equal balance for each partner, right? If I'm going to get something, I want to be able to give something of the equal value or better, right? Because it's got to benefit both parties. For affiliate,
It's kind of like a marriage. If you don't know what you're getting into, you could easily get divorced. Okay. So think about it. Melinda's right. Set up the structure ahead of time. Nobody likes to talk about a prenuptial agreement. Nobody likes to talk about what you're going to do and what I'm going to do. And is it going to make either one of us feel like you're doing more than I am? There's a base when you're working with a collaboration, but it doesn't have to be scary. If you know that ahead of time and you're free to say how you feel, it may or may not work out with that person, and that's okay. They may
and that,
be in a different part of their life where they can't handle that.
well, and
Next.
more than that, Marion, you're absolutely right. You don't have to be the best of buddies, but if you build that foundation, I tell everybody all the time, Lord, if you can make a solid foundation, you can grow up, you can go sideways, you can expand, you can rebuild, you can tear down the walls and rebuild again, but it's got to be a solid foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And collaboration and affiliate market, all of that, I put that in the same bucket because you know what? Sometimes collaboration is just that. We'll do some of the work, but we'll help each other promote each other, right? We'll help each other get each other's words out, right? Show productions is a big thing for me. I think that most of my clients need it. I'm ready for them to have it. My first thing is, well, let me get with Marion. Let's work it out. Let's see how we can work it. And let's see what we can give each other's clients that will benefit all of us, right? Do that. You have just expanded your business tenfold.
I
I am,
agree.
yeah, tenfold. I'm going to tell you that. I am going to tell you something which is pretty interesting to me, and I've always kept this in mind. You know, it has always been said, please don't ask me who the person who said it was. I do not have the exact quote. However, it is similar to the fact that you are only 5 people away from where you actually want to be, right? So, unless you're collaborating, unless you're willing to reach out, unless you're willing to talk to other people, you may not ever get to those 5 people. You may not ever get to that 5th person that can just tip the wheel over and boom, you're exactly where you want to be. Otherwise, we continue on our journey, which is not bad because I love my journey. I'm enjoying every moment of it. The issue is that, wow, wouldn't it be nice if we just knew where the journey was, right? We could go further. So that's why we have to consider how strong we build our foundation through promoting, through reaching the right people, through giving the right message out and talking the right language, right? And I'm not talking French, English, Spanish, blah, 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 blah. I'm talking about, are your words really falling on ears that are listening and want to hear? Are you talking languages that nobody wants to hear? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. If nobody can understand what you're saying, they're going to turn it off immediately.
There's that 8-second bounce, Marion. There it is, that 8-second bounce. An average person, how many times do I say this, Marion? Average person has 12 to 17 tabs open every time they pull up the internet. Think about that, folks. That means that they could literally get off of your page and onto the next page within what? 3 seconds. Well, I'll click here, click here. This morning I was looking for something and my husband started laughing at me. He says, how many pages do you have open? Well, I said, let me just start closing. I said, let me just close them. He says, no, no, no. I want you to count. I want you to see how many you have because I had so many tabs open. I looked, right? So the idea was that, you know what? Are you really getting anything off of all of those pages that you're looking for? And I said, well, this one has that. This. He started laughing. And one of the habits I have is I make a copy of the URL so that way I can come back and look at it if I thought it was good enough. If not, it's deleted immediately. Click, close that one. Next one, click, click, click. So that way I do have a list by the time I'm doing my little Google search. But the internet is where it is. You know, Marion, you talked about a while back. Notice how I said just a while back that you used to help people get on networking, correct? Get on the line, those companies before, right? So isn't that kind of where we're at now? All these companies that, they are brick and mortar, or they had forgotten that maybe their social media needs a little bit of beef up. They need a little bit of, let me polish that a little bit and make it look a little bit better and reach more people. Aren't we there again?
We really are. Wow, time just flew by this morning. We have so much to talk about.
Marion, we could go on forever, you and I. I just love our conversations. In the meantime, I thank you for everything that you do for me. Folks, I'd love you to come out to www.livingthedreambusiness.com. Come out to the YouTube channel. Go out and see me on Facebook. Go ahead, say hello to Marion. On my page. I love her being able to have to come over and see me sometime on that. And you know what? Thank you for being here. And we will see you next month. Wow, already we're in June. You guys take care of yourselves.
Yeah, right now is a good time for everybody to think about how they could take care of themselves and their family. It's very important. We're here every single Tuesday at 9 o'clock Central Time, and we love it. And this is one of our favorite topics is promotions. So if you have a question for Melinda, or you have something you want to talk to her about, I want you to be able to contact her at livingthedreambusiness.com. There is nothing stopping you from starting your own business, or starting to think about promoting your business or your message. So thanks for coming, and we look forward to seeing you again.